Hey guys, welcome to our channel. If you hadn't seen any of our videos, well, you need to subscribe and hit that little bell to get some notifications, because we're gonna do some crazy videos, especially during the summer whenever it's camping season, stuff like that. But today, what I want to do is I want to talk about a couple products that we used whenever we did our kitchen. We did our kitchen cabinets. Everybody's seen the videos, and we did our countertops, and it's all DIY. We used two different products. We used the Rustoleum cabinet transformation. It don't say kit. Oh yeah, complete coating kit. One thing I want to let you know about this kit right here and about the other kit is if you're going to skip steps and not follow the instructions, if you think your cabinets don't need a certain part of it, then this isn't the product for you. You have to follow the steps, instruction by instruction. You got to do it how they tell you to do it, or you're not going to have good results. I've seen good reviews and I've seen bad reviews. Usually the bad reviews is because somebody skipped a step. So what we want to do now is I want to talk a little bit about this product, the Rustoleum transformation, about what comes in the box. I know the box looks like a wildcat has ripped the top off of it, but I was, while I was ready to get going, stuff like that, and then I started reading the instructions. It took us, we started on a Wednesday morning, and we finished up on Friday night. So if you don't have that much time to do your cabinets, then you need to find another product, because that's how long it's going to take. And that's working 5-6 hours a day. I took off 2 days of work to do it. But what comes in this box right here is pretty cool. You got this cabinet transformation DVD. You can throw that in garbage. Just read the instructions. Watch YouTube videos. That's how I learned to do this. YouTube videos are the best. But you're going to get that. You're going to get another instruction packet. I don't have that instruction packet. Because like I said, when we finished, we were done, and I didn't think that we would do this. But first thing in the box, first thing you're going to use as far as the product of this box is the Deglosser. All right, and I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute. Next is the bond coat. This right here, whenever you buy the kit, you'll actually take it up to the paint counter, and there's different colors. There's a dark kit and a light kit, and we chose the dark kit, and the colors is actually on top of the box. You get to pick out your colors, and we used the Seaside Gray. We had them tinted to that. Then after the bond coat is dried, then you put the protective coat on. This right here, you have to follow the instructions. Follow the instructions on the Deglosser. This right here is basically painting. These right here are really important in your thing. Now, we didn't use it, but some people do. Now, this is what they call the Decorative Glaze. And you put it on, and then you wipe it off to the shade that you want it. You have to be real careful, because you can have one cabinet door darker than the other cabinet. It has to be done. You have to follow the instructions if you're going to use the Decorative Glaze. It basically is like a stain where you can darken it and lighten it, and then it looks really good, but it just wasn't for us. And a lot of people choose not to use that. But what I want you to know, the most important step to using this Rustoleum cabinet, the transformation kit, is clean the cabinets. I mean, soap, water. You just take all the cabinet doors off, and the cabinet faces you want to wash. Don't take the cabinet faces off. Just take the cabinet doors off. Take all the hardware off. Put them in cups, or put them in plastic bags. Label all your doors, like we did. Pan over here. It's like we did bottom one, top two, bottom. You know how to count. You're smart people. You got on YouTube, so you must be pretty smart. But But yes, wash everything down, soak in water.
Keep yourself organized, basically.
Yes, keep yourself organized. You know, it's gonna take a couple of hours to wash everything down like it needs to be, and you need to use some elbow grease. You got to really wipe it, and then you got to let it dry. You know, then after it's dry, the next thing is the deglosser. The deglosser is really, really important because I want you to show, this is what our cabinets look like before, okay? And it's real shiny and it's real glossy. Well, what this deglosser does is it does exactly what it says. It deglosses it, but it also creates a almost a bond or something, so the bond coat, so the paint will actually stick and you won't have to use 4 or 5 coats. Okay? Well, once you finish that and you let this dry, I can't remember the time, I think it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And we have learned, we're older now, and we had all the doors on the floor with little cups just sitting up so we could paint. Well, it's almost easier to do them like this. If you've got the space to do it, have them up this high so you don't have to crawl around on the floor.
But I prefer it on the floor.
Yeah, well, I prefer it up here because I didn't like crawling around all over the floor. But if you got space in your garage, our garage is absolutely full. So we had drop cloths all over the floor, and we had doors. We did one side at one time, and then we did the other side. You know, that's all personal preference. But what you want to do is you want to have them up off the ground, so you know, so you don't paint the drop cloths and then everything is like airing, and then that way you can flip it. Now what we did is whenever we got finished with the degloss and it was time for the bond coat or whatever, is what we did is we went ahead and painted all the faces, and then we painted all the doors on one side for the first coat. Okay, after all that dried, I think the dry time's a couple of hours. Just read your instructions, watch the DVD, watch YouTube, whatever. Get all your times. Paint the doors. Paint them with a brush. Do not roll with this paint. It's not made to be rolled. And don't spray it. It's not made to be sprayed either. Paint with a synthetic paintbrush. 2-inch angled brush. Buy 4 of them, and then you'll be good to go because everybody can paint. Although when you start getting to the end, people start running out of things to do. So, but you're going to put one coat on one side, all of it. All right. Then you put your second coat on, put your finish coat on, and always start on the back side. Start on this side right here. Okay. Do 2 coats on this side. When everything dries, then flip everything over. Go ahead and put your second coat on your faces and wherever else, and then put your then you're going to put your first coat on here. Let it dry, then put your second coat on. All right. Once everything's dry, it's good. Then you're going to go to your protective top coat. Now this is tricky. This stuff, it coats really good, but be careful whenever, especially with cabinets like this right here, when you're going into the corners like that on both sides. You're going to start on the back. It will like beat up here in the corners and on the edges right here. And whenever it starts doing that, you need to wipe it up, brush everything back in. But you're going to put one coat on this side. Didn't we put 2 coats? I think we do 2 coats of, yes. I think so. I think you do 2 coats of clear. You're going to have to, you have to read the instructions. But do this side first. And the reason you're doing this side first is because the most important part is the face of the cabinets. So you want to get everything done on this side. Let it dry.
So you could be more careful on the faces.
Let it dry, then right here, then that way everything's drying face up with what you're gonna see. Let it dry all the way. If not, the little whatever you put up underneath here is gonna stick to it. It's not gonna do right. A lot of people take 2x4s and put nails, and then put nails through a 2x4 or screw, and then set it up here. We used little Dixie cups, and it worked out pretty good. But yes, when you get that done, then put all your hardware on, and then you'll be ready to go. And then this is our finished product.
Oh yeah, tell them that we didn't paint the inside.
Yes, we don't. There's not enough paint in there to
We
paint
didn't paint
the
the
inside of
inside.
the cabinets. This is for facing the faces.
So do the top. I think it'd be easier to see the top.
Yes. It's for the faces only. The faces, the back and the front of the doors, and the faces of the cabinets. It's not enough to do the whole inside. You'll have to buy another kit. And depending on how many cabinets you got, we did all of ours with, I think we got, and we also painted the rail of our banister. So, and we barely got enough in here to maybe touch some stuff up. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a really good product. Like I said, you have to follow the instructions.
That the most important thing?
This is the most important thing.
Which is the most important thing, the deglosser or following the instructions?
Well, following the instructions, but the deglosser. You gotta make sure that whenever you do the deglosser, you're gonna use a green spongy pad. Green
You want
spongy
the
pad.
sponge.
Like that right there, okay?
So to simplify it, it was take apart, wash,
Yes.
degloss, paint, clear coat.
Clear coat. And then the decorative glaze would be the last thing. But you want to make sure whenever you do the degloss and you scrub everything, get in the corners really good. Have a wet rag. Your wet rag, you're going to wipe off with your wet rag.
And then
you
dry.
need a dry rag, and then you dry off. Just make sure you take your time and do it, and it'll turn out the way you want it to turn out. It'll make it look like the box.
It helps when the family working together.
Yeah. Yes. If you're doing it by yourself, add another day. So
We didn't argue when we did ours, did we?
no, not too bad. And I think I got this kit. I think I paid around $90 for the kit, but it saved us thousands of redoing our whole kitchen. So thanks for watching the video, and if you got any comments or questions or whatever, just do whatever you do on YouTube. I don't know, so just do it to it.
Say
Good night.
good night. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Ow, stupid cat. First thing we use to do the kitchen counters, the kitchen cabinets. Start over.